Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers third party review. In today's video we're taking a look at the pre-production sample of X-Transbots FLIPOUT. He is absolutely gorgeous. If you like their crack up, you will absolutely adore this guy. The transformation is smoother, the vehicle mode holds together better, the paint is sublime. They have absolutely nailed it. I saw Paik do the early test shot of this and I thought, oh, I need to get a hold of one. And here it is. We have a sample and it is stunning. What a ruddy, glorious rendition. Now, accessory wise, he comes with a faceplate and a gun. Faceplate is pretty nice. Again, it's very small, really tiny. And we get a gun, again done in this really nice kind of pearlescent blue. Extremely tight the first couple of times to bring this down, but much like the other guns and that of the Masterpiece series, it just tabs into the back of the vehicle and looks fantastic in doing so. It's actually a lot more natural, in my opinion, than what some of the Masterpiece figures are. We roll very comfortably backwards and forth. We've got some nice rubber tyres on those wheels, and we've got the Ferrari emblem there, obviously minus the actual logo itself. Love that red tint on the windows as well. We can see his head just poking through on the inside there, and we've got these sculpted wipers as well. Even the electric red that they've used on the underside. Gorgeous looking car. Here he is alongside his Stunticon colleague, and of course we have him alongside Lambo. Really love how these look, although he does feel the most professional out of the three. Something about the plastic consistency, as much as I love breakdown, something, I don't know, the plastic just seems denser, I guess, and it's above and beyond what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting it to feel and look as good as it does. And here we have alongside some of the Autobots and even the Wei Zhang Movieverse Prime as well, just to give you an idea of how he fares. Very neat and tidy bot. Right now, as gorgeous as his alt mode looks, let's get him transformed up into his bot mode. Let's remove his gun. Now we've got a tab here, and some under the roof. Now, first port of action is to give it a little twist, which allows this tab to come undone. And again, this side, give it a little twist, allowing this tab to come undone. And then holding on to the roof section, grab the back, just give that a little push like so, and that untabs like this. And then we can pull this back piece down, and we can separate that up. And just be mindful of these little teeth here. They're the ones that we're popping out of this piece here. Let's move these feet upwards. There's a lot of die cast in those feet to make sure these legs are split. This section comes out on this side, and they're going to rotate inwards to the center like so, which allows the knee to bend outwards and lock. Again, bend outwards and lock. We have a small tab just under here. This is going to pull away from this red piece like so. And again, with this side, just push and pull this piece down. This now frees up this entire shin area, and that can basically fold outwards, rotate around 180 degrees. This piece here is going to rotate around and then inwards, so it sits against here. This can then fold up, and as we bring that around, this piece here is just going to flip around, and this is going to come in and around like so, and that sits in there nicely. And we can just open up the feet. Now we can see his shins and his feet. Come to the front portion, get your fingers in behind this door. Here, there's a kind of a hook hinge. I find the best way to take this door out is just to get your nail underneath the wing and just pull that out. These are going to kind of bend out to the side again. With this side, just get my nail just to pull it underneath that wheel arch, and that pulls from this section, which allows me to place that down. The windows just fold inwards. Your fingers on the front of the hood and your thumb on this underside. You want to just give that a tug, and that's going to separate from these tabs here, and basically I'll get to see that outstanding head sculpt there, and we get to see all of the arms in their goodness. You want to bring that down and just push that hinge inwards. Really love where this is going. We can bring the head up, bring both of these shoulder hinges down like so, and as we bring the shoulder hinge down, make sure it sits comfortably inside that groove, and there's a tab just in the back of these doors, and that's going to line up and tab into the back of that shoulder hinge, locking that into position. I like that a lot more than what they did with the breakdown. Bring that in and then just push that into position and lock that into place. We then got this hinge which can flip down. These can then flip inwards and inwards. We can then bend this back section inwards, and then this is going to come up and lock, there we go, into the back of that neck piece. And then we're going to rock this hinge, straighten up the legs, straighten up the arms, rotate those around, and rotate the hands and close them off. Again on this side, rotate, bring round, and close off those hands. And here we have him fully transformed up into his bot mode. Now I do apologise if I haven't done that transformation correctly. I never get instructions with these, so it's kind of guesswork, but it felt good, you know, it was nice, clean, no real resistance from any of the joints. Everything went where it was meant to. It felt very fluid. I love that kind of cartoon aesthetic they've gone for, very clean, and it works exceptionally well. Now my gripes, the backpack sits there, it's kind of friction held more than anything else, but it works, but there is no butt flaps from what I can see, so his cheeks are well and truly exposed. I love how tidy the rear of the legs come up, and everything looks as it should. The cartoon aesthetic is really strong with these ones. I'm getting huge nostalgia vibes. X-Transbots have actually outdone themselves. They've not only improved their quality of product, they've improved their customer service, and as a result they're becoming a very competitive company. And here he is alongside his comrade in arms. Now don't quote me on this, but I think the faceplate is for breakdown. I'm not entirely sure. It looks like it should fit, but I mean, you wouldn't want to put this bright red faceplate on him anyway, would you? Not in my opinion. But yes, unfortunately I don't have a screwdriver to hand. We are actually moving in a few weeks, so we're getting everything packed up, so I'm working on the bare essentials at the moment. But man, they have nailed him. And when comparing him to some of the other Masterpiece figures, they do come up kind of the right height in my opinion. Yes, the DX9 basically the same size as the leaders such as Starscream and Megatron, but the X-Transbots have gone for the same size as the likes of Sideswipe and Red Alert, which I think is the right option. I'm just really looking forward to having this guy combined up and having another constructor size combiner. And judging by how these first two offerings look, he's going to be the most cartoon accurate out of the bunch. I don't know whether they're going to add extra housing or something to change the aesthetic of the vehicles on the backs of the arms and legs, because the cartoon, they don't really look like cars, they look like kind of bubbles, kind of plastic bubbles, I guess, kind of shells. So whether they're going to do something similar with their combined form, it'll be interesting to see. But for now, I'm very happy with how this guy looks. Now let's cover the articulation. The head can look up that much, and we've got left and right rotation. We can't really get any downwards motion now. I love that face sculpt. He looks so happy, doesn't he? We've got ball mounted shoulders here. They go all the way up and over. They come out to the side. We're on this hinge here, which can rock slightly, and we can bring that all the way up. So we've got a nice high motion on those arms. We can bring that down that far. We get an upper bicep rotation. We get not one, but two bends on those elbows. We get rotation on the wrist. The guns have that standard masterpiece mount with the pinned fingers. We get an abdominal crunch all the way over, and that comes back inwards. We get a waist rotation, a little bit of hindrance by this backpack panel for the waist. Again, I might not have done that correctly, but it does rotate nonetheless. We have hip skirts to the front and side, allowing for movement this far forwards, this far backwards, out to the side. This is all done on a lovely soft ratchet, and look at each click on that ratchet. Very, very natural motion there. We get upper thigh rotation. We get a 90-degree bend on that knee. Again, on a very nice ratchet. And the feet can tilt side to side. We can rock the feet as well. And we do get some up and down motion as well. Not a great deal, but enough to pull off some pretty darn amazing poses. I just love the combination of solid plastic. It just really does hold together nicely. Maybe the front flaps here could look a little bit more natural, but all in all, I think they've captured the character fantastically. You know me, I am an X-Transbots fanboy, have been kind of since day one. Loved the aesthetic they've always gone for, but I honestly do think that they've outdone themselves this time, and they're going to get more and more fans, and genuinely very pleasantly surprised. Thank you all for watching. Hope you found this video useful. If you have, feel free to give it a big thumbs up, share, and of course subscribe if you want to support this and the KO channel. Then make sure you hit that Patreon link. And until next time, from myself and FLIPOUT, thanks for watching. Goodbye.